I gotta find peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says there's no me without him.
Hey girls. Alright guys, so I need to run to the store real quick. What else is new? But anyway, so y'all, a lot of you girls came on here and had questions about, or not questions, just more or less about the student loans, the student loans being forgiven from without me applying or anything like that. They just were forgiven. But anyway, so I did some research and I found out that if your student loans hit what's called milestone years, which would either be 20 years or 25 years, then those loans are automatically forgiven without you having to apply. So that's what happened to me. But I never missed a payment on my student loans. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that counts for anything, because I think that you can still have your loans in forbearance. You can still have a forbearance, and the only thing that happens during the forbearance period, meaning that you had to defer your payments, like you were not able to, you went through a medical condition and you couldn't pay your payments because you couldn't work. So what happens is you can still get what's called a deferment, but in that deferment process, it would still be wise to go ahead and pay. I'm sorry y'all, but I'm outside, it's about to rain and the girls is driving crazy. Hold on, hold them up, swole them up, baby, because they will back up on you down to the HEB. But anyway, so if you have a forbearance, you will still accumulate interest on your loans, but even if you are paying on that interest in the time of a forbearance, that still looks really, really good on your credit. So I have had to request a forbearance, and that was in the past, but even in that forbearance period, I still paid on my loans. The interest was still being paid. And so when my loan hit the 20, because mine was a 20-year milestone. Once it hit that milestone, they automatically fell off of my credit. In addition to that, I went back to school. I think I graduated college with my degree in 2015. So I had went back to school prior. Even that loan had been taken off. So because that loan was combined with the loans that had been in the system for the last 20 years, if that makes sense. So God is so good. Like, I'm just like, I feel so grateful. And so, but now let me say this. I feel like, okay, y'all knew y'all was about to forget these loans, but can you run me my last payment back? Can you run me my money? I'm just saying, can you run me my last payment back? Guys, my loans were $460 a month. And then I had requested like a re-evaluation. And after the re-evaluation, or whatever it's called, I'm just going to call it a re-evaluation. After the re-evaluation, they went down to about $260, and so that saves me a lot of money. I feel so grateful and so blessed. And my sister, she was because I had just told her, and I was telling her like the loans were forgiven, and she was just saying like she felt that it was because I was a good steward, or I am a good steward over money. And then she was also talking about like God blessing you. Let me turn this off. She was talking about God blessing you and him knowing how you are when it comes to money. And she was just saying like the things that you pray for, God is going to give them to you in the order that he knows that you deserve them. So in my case, I'm praying for a substantial amount of money, but she was saying God is going to give you that in the order and time in which he wants you to have it, because he knows that if he would have given you the lump sum of money first, you would have paid them loans off. And I said, absolutely. Like, y'all, that's one thing about me. I do not play when it comes to my credit, and when it comes to like owing and money and paying bills. And I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, I just be feeling like people judge you off of your credit. They don't think about the fact that you could have had some medical hardships. They don't think about the fact of like, you know, you could have gotten laid off. They just immediately look at your credit. People go through divorces, breakups, you know, people go through things in life, and their credit takes a hit, because sometimes in life, the last thing that's important to you is your credit, you know, because you're going through so much. But for me, especially on this YouTube journey and doing my thing on YouTube and being an entrepreneur and, you know, still trying to figure it out, I just always try to make sure that my credit is A1. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm like, for me, the way that I feel about this thing is like, if I don't have good credit, I don't have anything, you know. And so that's the leg that I have to stand on, because with YouTube, people don't necessarily look at this as a job. And so when you start having to prove yourself to get certain things, you can give them a YouTube Google payment stub, but they don't look at, they may not look at that as like, okay, you know, I can give them proof of payments from vendors that have paid me to do wig reviews and whatever, but that still may not be good enough. But what is tried and true is my upstanding credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if nothing else can speak for me, my credit can. And so that's why I think it's just so important that you pay, even on your student loans. If you got to get a forbearance, or you know you can't pay the full thing and they knock it down to $20, just try to pay $30. You know what I'm saying? Just always try to pay something. Like on my car note, I always try to pay a little bit extra every single month, and my car is almost paid off. So I'm very happy about that. So yes, girls, we're making some strides or whatever. I just wanted to start the vlog off with that. Oh, and I don't even have an umbrella, and it's raining. But anyway, I'm not going to take y'all in the store, because how many times can you guys go in the store with me? But let me go in here and get a couple of things, and I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls, y'all know anytime we're in the bathroom, we're about to experiment. I hope, let me move back a little bit. Oh, that's good. I hope that y'all can see me okay, because we're back on the camera. We're not using the pocket right now, because I felt like I'm still trying to figure out the color profile on there. It just looks a little light. But anyway, girls, there was this really cute young girl. She looks like she's probably like in her 20s. And y'all, she made a video and she talked about how guys don't approach her anymore. And she was like, I think she said like, am I not as attractive as I thought I was? Do I look intimidating? Am I unapproachable? Like, why don't I get approached? And she is so cute. But what I want to say to my bombshells out there in their 20s and 30s, like, guys, some men are becoming as evolved as we are, right? And so just like with women, how, you know, very high achieving, self-respecting, you know, accomplished women, how we pull back when things are not going well for us. career-wise or in just different areas of our life, not necessarily in the love department, but just in different areas. Like men do that too, you know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't mean that like you're not pretty, you're not attractive, you're intimidating. It's just that some people really still work on the philosophy of I gotta get my shit together. You know, women, we tend to do that. Some people may deem that as a masculine quality, like as a woman, you don't have to have it all together, you don't have to have it figured out or whatever. And I don't believe in that philosophy as a woman, and I don't think that that's a masculine quality. I just think like it's important that you have your thing, you have stuff together, especially if you're gonna be out here dating. You know, nobody wants to be out here dating and you're not whole. You know what I'm saying? You're not where you want to be in your career. You're not where you want to be emotionally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we still got some people out here who will go out and they just as raggedy as a pair of 1983 Reeboks with the bubblegum sole linked over to the side. What are those? You know what I'm saying? And we'll still be out here dating. But there are some high quality people who know when to pull back. And, you know, there are guys who know when to pull back. And then also, let me just add this. Sometimes, you know, guys might not be approaching you because they might look at you, and this is not about intimidation, but this is just, they might look at you and be like, assume that you attract a certain type of dude, and they be like, I can't compete with that. So let me just take a step back. So there are a lot of reasons why, as a gorgeous young lady in your 20s and 30s, that you may not need or may not, may not be getting approached. And I know it's hard, you know what I'm saying? And when you still want love, you still want to date, you still, and all that will come. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that, y'all ever heard that saying like, youth is wasted on the young? Is that how it goes? They say youth is wasted on the young, and I think that that's true. And the reason why I say that is because as you get older, like the thing that is so important to you as you get older is just not as important anymore. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, y'all, I think I told y'all this a lot. I used to just want a relationship so bad. And then when I would be in the relationship, I would be just like the perfect girlfriend, you know, and as time has progressed, I just don't care. I don't give a damn. Because when you're young, you spend a lot of time chasing relationships. You know, you spend a lot of time just chasing this dream of, oh, I want to be married. And I'm not trying to minimize that at all. And I also try to be careful with my words and stuff when I talk about this type of stuff, because I know a lot of you bombshells out there are in your 30s and, you know, and you are ready to start your family and ready to settle down. And I never want you guys to feel like I'm telling you something bad, because when I was in my 30s, I was right there with you, wanting a family and stuff like that. But I just think it's really more important that you focus on your, focus on your goals. And if you meet someone along the way, fine, you know, but it's just so many things in life that's not going to be as important, you know. Like another thing that was really important to me when I was, and this, I'm gonna be honest, this still is it. Okay, let me stop trying to act like let me try to stop acting like I'm hoard, because the thing that I always cared about more than anything was my career. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm still like that. And I don't think that that's something that will ever leave me. That's something that is so freaking important to me. Like, I want to be successful, but you know, more importantly, I want to be impactful. So that's the thing that I chase. But I wish that in my career I would not have taken certain things so seriously or to heart or whatever. I just think that my best advice is just like, if you are in your 20s and your 30s and you're still, you know, trying to figure it out, you don't have kids yet, and you know, I know that a relationship is important, but I really think these years are so pivotal. I think, you know, that you should focus on your, you know, I would focus on my career, but I would travel. I would not limit myself. I would do the things that I want to do. I would, if I was dating in my 20s and 30s, I would date often. I've told you girls this before, but I would stick my pole in multiple holes.
Oh, no, hell, you can't fish. You don't know how to fish. You don't even wear the right kind of clothes.
But I will make sure that there will be no poles sticking it in my hole. You know, I will be out here dating, and of course, you don't have to be having sex with these guys. I would just be living my best life. I will make a list of all the things that I want to do, and I would do them. I think my last piece of advice on this subject matter, like, if you really, really want to find love, like, don't, and I've said this before as well, but I'm gonna say it again. Don't just get dressed up and go. But don't get dressed up and be like, oh, I hope I meet somebody. Wear your pretty clothes, and so what if you're just going to the grocery store? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Get dressed up, get pretty, go and have coffee at a nice fancy hotel. You know what I'm saying? Just go and experience life, and I assure you that whatever is meant for you is will come. You know, and then also, like, I was watching Funky Dineva, and he was talking about how you need, if you really want to date, you got to be open-minded, and you can't just be out here just limiting yourself and just being in your city. So if you are from a big city like Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles, New York, you might have to start going to the next state over. And you know, the odds of you meeting people in the next state over will be a little bit more likely, you know. And so that's an option. And then too, the love of your life might be, girl, in another country. You know, the love of your life might be right there in Portugal. You know, you just never know, and you won't know if you don't get out and you know, if you don't get out and explore, and do it right now. Do it while you still have the desire. And I don't want to make this be about age, because you can have that desire at any age. I mean, who knows? I might get a spark and be like, you know what, girls, I think it's time for us to start dating. You know, but that's just not where I am. You know what I'm saying? But if that's where you are, and you have the time, the resources, the freedom, and the flexibility, girls, pack up your clothes and jump on a plane, because you might have your Samantha Jones moment. Anyway, y'all know that's my favorite voice to do, Sex in the City. But it might just give you, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. So don't limit yourself. Now that we got the curls, I don't like this side, but that's okay, because we are about to use these old school rollers. I want to say that I bought these from Ross or Amazon. I can't remember. We just gonna roll it up. This thing is making me so mad. Okay, let's start it. Hold on. Let me start higher up. That's better. Yes. Y'all, let me roll this wig and then I'll come back and show y'all, you know, just how I rolled everything up. This is what we have. So hopefully this will come out really pretty. Hey girls. Okay, y'all, so here is the hair. I told y'all last night that I would take the hair down with you girls. I have to go run a few little errands, and I want to go to the grocery store because I want to cook with y'all and do like a chicken pot pie or a turkey pot pie. We'll figure it out. But anyway, okay, so here we go. So y'all, I've been thinking like about just needing to just find peace. If you have a inner dialogue and all things, you know, just things just go through your mind, or you're just constantly thinking, you just find yourself just needing to find peace. And that's just kind of where I am, you know, with everything. So I purchased this book and it's called 5-Minute Journal. I think that's the name of it. It's just kind of one of those things that help you like manifest, you know, and give you guidance. And also it helps you with reflection, relaxation, serenity. Well, that's what I feel like I want to use it for. You know, last night, guys, I stayed up super freaking late because I really want to do a rebrand on my channel. So I stayed up late working on that and just kind of creating some thumbnails, you know, just trying to come up with a new strategy just for, you know, just for the Bombshell Network. I think at some point everybody goes through a stage where they just feel like they want their content just a refresh. The other day, I feel like I had an actual breakthrough the other day. So do y'all remember when I was telling you guys when I was in elementary school, one time we had a potluck. So the teacher was like, we're gonna have a potluck on Friday. Everybody needs to bring something. And if you don't bring anything, you're gonna have to sit outside of the classroom. And so my mom was working, you know, a lot. My mom had 2 jobs at the time, and I just did not want to be bothersome and, you know, be like, I gotta take something to school. So I just didn't say anything. So the teacher made me sit outside of the classroom while they had the potluck. And unfortunately, that's one of those really unhealed childhood traumas. You know, I never healed from that. And I realized the other day that sometimes I look at my channel like that, and I look at my channel like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to bring to the party. I'm not trying to make light of this or whatever, but I literally made that connection of like sometimes why it will become a little bit hard for me to show up, because sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to bring to the party. I just don't have anything to show. And it's just like, how do you get past that? The bottom line is, just for the way that I've branded and created my channel, my something to show is not going to be the same as someone else's something to show. And what I mean by that is, like, we have a lot of the girlies that they have a very robust knowledge of fragrance and that type of thing. And so that's what they have to bring, you know, to the party. You know, we have other girls who've been blessed with the gift of being able to really have an affinity for luxury products, and because they have that knowledge, they're able to bring that, you know, that's what they bring to the party. What I have to bring to the party is knowledge in a different way. I like to educate, motivate, and inspire. And sometimes it's very difficult to even come up with a visual image of what education, inspiration, motivation, and you know what that looks like. And so I constantly find myself like, how do you even interpret that into an art form on a thumbnail? And so that's what I struggle with, and that's what I'm trying to work past, of feeling like I always have to bring something tangible to the party. That's just one of the things that I want to make peace with. I think I just have to accept the fact of like, whoever is intended to see the content will see the content. This message is to my fellow creators out there as well that struggle with showing up consistently. You know, I could say that I could be so much further, but who knows? That's not necessarily true. You know, I could probably post a video every day and it doesn't guarantee that I would be further. Another thing that I come to the resolve of and have had to accept is that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Okay, girls, this is our outfit. So cute. So guys, I'm just wearing these cargo pants, guys. I bought these pants from the boys department in Kohl's. And then I just have on my Ash sneakers. This bodysuit is from Shein. I got this in like I did a collab with them. And then of course, you guys know I'm carrying the infamous Teddy Blake bag. And then guys, we got a really nice book in the mail. Y'all look at this book. So guys, this book is from Keonda Crowley. And I am going to conclude, because we don't want to assume anything, that she's a bombshell. And y'all look how pretty she is. Gorgeous. So basically this book is called Do You See Me? And I've not had a chance to read it from like cover to cover. And I'm gonna do so. But it does look like a very good read. So I'm so grateful for this book and I will read it. And so basically it looks like some of the chapters going the extra mile, staying true to yourself, feeling like a burden, depression. Oh yes, I need this book, girl. Yes, so this is gonna be a good read. And then guys, this is the 5-minute gratitude journal. So I purchased this book off of Amazon, and I was actually hoping that this could be something that we all do together. So I think this is a great time for me to announce that I'm going to be doing a bombshell membership. So basically I will open the membership up, and in that membership what I'll be offering is just tips and tricks on how to rebrand, even if you're wanting to rebrand outside of social media. So it's really just gonna be a really encouraging, motivating membership. But anyway, girls, I am about to go ship off a package to my fabulous bombshell, Shirley Hunt. Y'all, Shirley slid down to my email and she was like, I want the curly red wig. And I was just like, okay.
Something could be out there, haunted by you, haunted by you.
Hey girls. All right, so y'all, we're gonna cook something today, but first, girl, I have got to get this beauty room and stuff in order. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just need to get it in order. I posted some wigs on the website, So we already sold one. I got to get that ready for shipping. We'll probably do that a little bit later. I got to get that ready for shipping, and yeah, just some other little stuff or whatever. Girl, let me clean this lid. Hold on. Y'all, look at this dress. Even though my pasties are kind of showing, that's okay. But y'all, this dress is from where is this dress from? Shein. I did a sponsorship with them. So this is one of the things that I picked out. It's so cute, but I kind of have it like adjusted a little bit in the back. I just put a hair tie in it in the back and then just tucked it in, you know, just to kind of snatch me a little bit. And then y'all, oh my God, that bath the other night was so relaxing. Oh my goodness, it was so relaxing. And then I'm gonna show y'all the drink that I had. It was relaxing, but you guys know I'm not used to drinking, so when I tell you I felt like that drink put me to sleep for 12 hours. Now, I'm a lightweight. If you're not a lightweight, it'll probably just be tasting like Kool-Aid to you. All of this stuff keep falling. But yeah, it had me super relaxing. Y'all know what that bath reminded me of? Now, let me say this before I tell y'all. Y'all know I be kind of, you know, I be kind of limited on telling my very, very personal business. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. So I used to date this guy, and he was from a really nice, well-to-do family, and he lived in this huge house, and he lived in a very, very, very nice part of the city. Anyway, I would go over his house because he had a big house, a pool, this huge jacuzzi, like just really nice stuff or whatever, wine collection. He had some nice things. Anyway, so when I would go over there, girl, we would get in the pool and relax or whatever, and then he would run us like these nice, sexy baths in the jacuzzi, and then he had this huge marble like shower. Baby, when I tell you, I'm not gonna lie, that was like, those were like some of the best dates I ever had. Of course, we would go out and do stuff, go on dates and stuff like that or whatever, but his house, y'all, his house was so nice. So I didn't mind going over there. Normally, you know, I would be objective if a dude would just be like, "Ew, why don't you come over my house?" But in his case, he had really nice things or whatever. So it was so like romantic. And then, you know, he had a nice vibe. Y'all, look at me blushing. He had a very nice body, you know what I'm saying? And so he was really easy on the eyes or whatever. So I just, that's what that bath kind of reminded me of a little bit, but it wasn't as extravagant as what he had going on, you know. But yeah, girl, it was just some of the sexiest dates, and I loved it so much. But anyway, I know you girls are probably like, well, what happened to him? We'll just say he had some things that he needed to fix, and it wasn't anything in regards to you know, he was a single guy, but he just kind of had some issues that he needed to work on. And it's not anything that I could foresee myself sticking around for. And I know a lot of you bombshells wouldn't stick around for it either. And, you know, it's just not something that I wanted to deal with. And so it wasn't like a long, drawn out dissertation or symposium. It was just one of those situations where, you know, I just kind of slowly stopped communicating. It was kind of one of those things. So yeah, but in terms of the dates and the stuff that he would put together, hell yes. But in terms of long-term relationship, I just felt like he wasn't able to play the long game. And then not to mention, he and I had a lot of personality similarities. Like that whole thing of, y'all know how I get very introverted, and you know, I don't always want to talk. I want to communicate. And you can't, I'm sorry, but you can't have two people like that in a relationship. And so he kind of had that thing about him too. You know, like I know that I need somebody that is gonna be, like, I feel that I'm a good communicator, but I do tend to shut down. And me shutting down might not necessarily have to do with any type of like disagreements. It's just that sometimes I just don't want to talk. And I don't necessarily want somebody like, you know what I'm saying, with that. Not to say that it's a bad, I don't feel that it's a bad thing, but I feel like it's just something that I would like to work through. I would like to overcome. And so I would not want a guy that's like me, that gets into, you know, those times of just not wanting to talk and not wanting to communicate. So yeah. Yeah, girl. So that's basically about it. Let me clean this mirror off. I don't even understand the whole fingerprint thing, girl. Fingerprints everywhere. I hate it. But yeah, it was we had some really fun times together. I'm not gonna lie, we really did. But if I had to choose, baby, I'ma still choose my peace over anything, you know?
I was told the true definition of a man was to never cry, work till you die, got to provide, always be the rock for my fam, protect them by all means. Before our relationship, trying to give you what I love. Say I don't know how to love you, baby. I say show me the way, keep my feelings deep inside, shadow them with my heart. I'm trying desperately, baby, just to work with me. Oh, show me the way to surrender my heart. Oh, so love, teach me how to love. Oh, baby, teach me, baby. So
Okay, girls, we're about to make some chicken pot pie, but before we make that, guys, y'all have got to try this Daly's frozen cocktail blackberry smash. This is what I had in the bathtub the other night, and when I tell you it's good, hopefully y'all can see that, girl. So what I did, I actually added some blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries to it. Baby, it was so good. But if you are not a drinker, you're gonna be asleep for the next 24 hours. So I just wanted to save this to show y'all. But anyway, let me show you the ingredients. So we're gonna be using these flaky layers biscuits. We might have to use these as well. Oh no, these are the original. I'm pissed because what I was trying to do is get the ones, oh okay, this is the right one. So flaky layers, but they added more layers because we may not have enough. We're gonna be baking them in this pan right here. We have some grilled chicken right here. Well, we're gonna grill this chicken up, and then we have some cream of chicken with herbs. So right now what I'm doing is sauteing the seasoning blend. So I have this, I'm gonna saute that. After I saute that, we're gonna make the chicken, and then I'm gonna add in the frozen vegetables. So we're gonna be using this organic vegetable mix. And I don't know about y'all, but I wash my chicken. I know it's this whole big thing about, oh, you don't have to wash your chicken. Yes, you do. Well, I have to wash mine, baby. I'm not playing them games. All right, so we got the chicken nice and clean. And so what I'm gonna do is just cut the chicken into cubes. I don't know about y'all, but girls, cooking is just one of those things, like, since I'm getting back into it, it's very relaxing. you know, and then I just be happy. Like my food always comes out really, really good. I guess because I'm making it with love, honey.
Guess I was out of sight, out of mind. The seduction for blurred lines and drives you out. Guess you doubt me. Pain is your safe space. You run away, got hotels for heartbreak. Your baggage, your flaws are weighing on me, and I can't wait, 'cause I don't know how much more I can take. Babe, it's such a shame, yeah, 'cause you can see a good thing got away, but I'm tapped out of patience. Why you make me wanna play the phone? 'Cause I can't be the only one. All the shit that you done put me through. Two broken hearts can't settle for love.
So the chicken is so juicy. It is so good and juicy. So I just stopped. I didn't want to cook it until it was, you know, with a crisp or anything on it, because I don't want it to dry out. Because remember, we still have to bake this. So I am doing the mixed vegetables now. And then we're going to add in the chicken. And after we add in the chicken, we'll add in the cream of chicken with herbs. So y'all, this is supposed to be like a super easy recipe. Okay, girls, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on the biscuits. Y'all, I saw this recipe on TikTok and it looked so good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looked. Now, if you don't want to use these biscuits, you don't have to. You can always use, let me throw this in. Y'all can always use pie crust if you want to. I saw a couple of videos with that. And you can always split the biscuits in half. That way it's not too thick, because remember, we're also gonna put biscuits on the top, and so you don't want it to be too thick. Or if you do, that's fine. You can do it, you know, do it however you want to.
It's like you're caught up in the maze. You keep on going in circles, girl, trying to find your way out. But it's time I put on my cape and throw that ass on my chest. But I'm stuck in the middle of seeing you hurt. Know when you love him, wanna make it work, and I can't help but think that I knew you first. It's getting louder, girl, can't ignore it no more. I can't. I know you're torn in between the two, but I really wanna be with you. Oh, I can't hear your heart no. It's telling me that I should leave you alone. I can feel your heart. I hear you crying, and every time I think that we're over and done, you do something to get me back loving you.
All right, girls, so I set the oven for 350. Well, I actually did the preheat on the oven for 350. I put them in the oven, so we're gonna leave it in there for about 15 minutes, and I'll come back and check on it. All right, girls. Okay, y'all, so this is how everything turned out. I hope y'all can see. You know what? Let's do it like this. Y'all, look. Oh my God. Golden brown and buttery and crispy. Well, I don't know if it's crispy yet, so let me taste it. Oh my God. Oh, y'all, look at the inside. Look at how juicy it is. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at the inside. This mug is piping hot. Girl, y'all, cooking is like, it's so relaxing. It brings me so much peace, and it actually makes me really happy. Okay, so I'm gonna let this piece cool off. Let's just start with this piece right here. Girl, this is really good. It's like sweet, flaky, buttery, but savory. It's really, really good. Oh my God. I'm trying to get to a piece where we can get some of that juicy chicken. But y'all, the crust is so flaky. And buttery. Y'all, this is so good. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it was gonna come out like this. It is so good. Oh my God, y'all. I wish y'all was here to like taste this, how delicious this is. So flaky. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going on and on. And then it has a little bit of spice to it. So, because I don't like spicy food. I think you girls know that. You know what? I've been so nasty and so rude. I forgot to offer you girls some. Here you go. So I gave you guys a piece with the bread or the crust, some vegetables, chicken, and of course some of the sauce. Guys, this is like the perfect Sunday meal. So delicious. All right, girls, I hope y'all can hear me okay. I have on my microphone because sometimes it's hard talking over the AC, but anyway, we are on the way to like this waterfall. I cannot think of the name of it, but it's pretty popular. It's by the Galleria. Just thought it would be a nice, you know, a nice idea to take you girls over here. Now, when I first started blogging, we came over here and I just kind of, you know, did some content and it was pretty, you know, pretty fun or whatever. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be going on Water Wall Drive. I'm just happy to have this experience with you guys again. So anyway, right now, I'm in a mood of reflection. I'm in a mood of like peace and tranquility. This has been for me such a peaceful blog because that's where I am, you know, just in a place of like finding peace. And, you know, and then for me, it's about finding peace with where I am right now because I'm not exactly where I want to be. But what I had to think about, I had to literally go back and just look at some of my old vlogs of where I started and, you know, my fashion content when I used to do thrifting and how I used to put those clothes together and just make content. I literally would use whatever I had and I was happy, you know, and lately I have been thinking about a lot about my content and my views and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, it's probably just time for a rebrand and pivot. But even in that, I think my biggest concern was like not losing my personality along the way. You know what I'm saying? And still wanting to be my quirky, funny, happy-go-lucky, inspirational self. And so that's where I am. But anyway, I was watching this vlog today and I want to say her name is Life with Angela, but let me make sure. Hold on. And so in her vlog, she was talking about, you know, starting over. And sometimes life isn't always going to look the way that you want it to look, but you just have to, you know, be accepting of where you have and being, being grateful. And that's where I am. It's just like things could be so much worse. They really could, but they're not. I think it's just a matter of sometimes going back to where you started so you can really see how far you've come. Basically, the vlog was about starting over after 50. And, you know, just starting over or whatever. And that's how I feel like I'm starting over to a certain extent, you know. But I have to be proud of myself for my accomplishments. Even with this blog, I'm proud of myself because I did everything I said that I was going to do. If this message resonates with anyone out there, it's just like, be grateful for where you are. Use what you have, even if things don't look the way that you want them to look. They don't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just show up. I think that's what it's about too, is showing up. Things are not going to be perfect. They're not going to look perfect. And just because it's not exactly, it doesn't look the way that you want it to, doesn't mean, that does not mean that you're not making progress and that things are not moving. And sometimes in life, like Angela was saying, things are not always going to look like the way we want them to. Because if I had it my way, my content would look like a cross between Sex and the City and Def Jam comedy show. You know what I'm saying? That would be, my content would look like that. But I have got to be grateful for God gave me creativity. He gave me the gift of gab, honey. And he gave me this awesome personality. And so for that, I am grateful. But anyway, girls, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We're going to go ahead and head over to the park. I'm pretty excited because it's a lot of people out here already, so I don't fear that anything is going to happen. But let me get all of my stuff together, and I'll see you guys when we get to the park.
I gotta find peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible.
So y'all, normally this entire waterfall, normally this whole thing is just water. I don't know why it's not on today. I'm disappointed. I wish that there was a way for me to find out that this thing was not going to be working. Oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. We'll come back here another day because it is just gorgeous. I'm so disappointed. But the good news is, guys, this is literally I don't even think this is 10 minutes away from the house. So it's literally down the street. So we can always come back another day. In fact, I'll probably bring you guys back in the next vlog. I'm so sad though. Okay, so let's figure out what we're gonna do next. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it's probably been off since the storm. So that's probably something that I have to take into consideration. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna give you guys a call back. All right, girls, this side is actually working, so we get to see a little bit of a glimpse, but this is the outside of the waterfall, but it's still very, very gorgeous.
I gotta find peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says it's possible.
All right, girls, so we are now leaving. Baby, let me tell you something. It's so freaking hot out here. And I think, like, between the traffic, the crazy drivers in Houston, and the heat, that's the only thing that would keep people away from the city. That's the only thing that I really complain about. It is so freaking hot. And so while you have all of these really nice things that we have in Houston, it's hard to enjoy them because of the weather. You know, it's like you want to go sit outside, you want to enjoy the patios and stuff, but y'all, it's hot. Like, it's still 93 degrees outside right now. It's like 8:15 and it's 93 degrees. So, oh my God. And then over by the water, it was nice, but it was a little bit humid. And it's getting dark or whatever, but if we would have came to see the waterfall any earlier, girl, everything would have melted. My hair, my makeup, the camera, everything. Okay, girls. Y'all know what? Even though we did not stay out long, I'm glad we got out. It feels so good to like do the things that you said you were going to do or challenge yourself to go. Or I'm not going to say go against the grain, but it feels good to challenge your comfort zone and get outside of your comfort zone. But anyway, y'all know what I was thinking about when I was leaving? How people be like, y'all ever seen a couple or hold on, you know, y'all know I be having a constant trigger. I be concentrating on trying to become a better driver. But anyway, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to understand the whole trope behind how did he get her or how did she get him. Like, if you see a couple and one is really, really attractive and one person is average, you know, I'll never understand when people be like, girl, how she get him or how he get her. Because really, I think at some point, if you've been out here in the dating game and you get tired enough, it's not even about that. You know, you just want the person that's going to treat you the best. You want the person that's going to do right by you. You want the person that's going to be loyal and encompass all the things that you know that you deserve. And sometimes looks is not always going to come with that. And I get it. I know there are a lot of people like, oh, I got to date me somebody that look good. And I get it. Now, if you're able to get someone that has all of those qualities and he real fine and real cute, that's good. But unfortunately, sometimes those things don't come in that package. Y'all, girl, hold on, let me try to figure my way out while I'm over here having this Martin Luther King speech, baby. I don't need, how do you, okay, I'm finna turn on this street because I'm gonna be honest, girls, don't laugh at me, but I don't know how to get home. My sense of direction is not good. So, hold on. Okay, girls, let me try to figure out how to at least get back on my part of the street, and I'll give you guys a call back. So, girl, y'all, I was just talking to my sister, and girl, my sister told me that one of her friends went to Vegas, and she was supposed to meet her. Well, the friend was supposed to meet her friend there, but the friend missed his flight or whatever. So she ended up just kind of going and doing her own thing, hanging out or whatever. And she meets this guy. They hit it off. And girl, they have been dating. So it's been about a month or so. So about a month into like dating this guy, getting to know him, y'all, why he didn't propose already. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. But I would be so scared. Could you guys date? I'm sorry. Could you get married to a guy you've known for a month? I'm scared. I'm sorry. It might end up being like a really big romance, you know, a whirlwind romance. But I'm gonna tell you, girls, I will be so freaking scared because I would be like, I would have to. I don't know. It just feels like y'all marriage to me is so serious. I was asking my sister, like, why can't they just date? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I don't know. She was saying like when her friend called her, she was like, don't ask me any questions. That's what my sister's friend, the first thing my sister friend said to her was, don't ask me any questions. I don't want you to ask me any questions, but I'm engaged. And so my sister said that she respected her wish. She didn't ask any questions, and she congratulated her on the proposal. But she said that the ring that this guy gave her friend is gorgeous, and that's awesome. But I would be so scared. But I'm a scary cat. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, cause I just be thinking like, what if this guy is like love bombing you you know, and then he, well, wait a minute, this didn't go there. He's love bombing you and he's saying all of these really sweet, nice things and stuff like that. And then what happens when he decides like, I don't know if I want to do this. Y'all know how finicky guys can be. Like I was saying, like, I just be feeling like sometimes guys switch up on you. You know what I'm saying? They're all in love and, you know, it's like, then they withdraw, and then it's just this silly game, and it feels like it never ends. I would just be afraid because someone would want to move that fast, because my thing would be like, why can't we just travel and get to know each other and have a great time? And so, you know me, baby, I'm nosy. I said, so girl, did they already do the horizontal mumbo? She was like, no. She said the guy wanted to wait. And I'm like, yeah. If I'm already accepting of the proposal, I would want to test drive the Maserati. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to end up like Charlotte on Sex and the City, guys. Remember? Charlotte married that very handsome guy from a very wealthy family. But unfortunately, you know, he was a 1 minute man. I don't even know if he was that, but he just wasn't able to perform his duties as a husband, if you will. And she didn't test drive it. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought, well, did she? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Y'all correct me in the comment section. But anyway, girls, could y'all marry a guy y'all just met a month ago? I would be so freaking, y'all, that's concerning. You know what I'm saying? Because I can honestly say anything that I've jumped into way too fast, jobs, relationships, decisions, anything that I just did not have time to kind of, you know, think about or grow into, it never worked out. Now, I understand a guy meeting you and just saying like, you know, I want to see you more often, and you guys start to see each other a lot more often or whatever. That's cool. But dang, just to jump straight into marriage, that's crazy. And then, this is another thing I was going to tell y'all. So this one guy on TikTok, he was talking about how guys do the whole love bombing thing. Like, he was saying this one guy, he told him, he was like, well, what I do, I try to like get a whole bunch of dates with a woman at once. And not at once, but so basically, say for example, he meet a woman on Monday, and then so he'll take her out, we'll just say on Wednesday. So then on Wednesday, when he takes her out, they'll go out for dinner, and then after dinner they'll go to an art gallery, and then after that they'll go have drinks. Okay, so then he'll call her the next day, which is Thursday, and he'll be like, I had such a great time, I want to see you again. Then they'll go out on another date, and then, you know, so that's Thursday. Then on Friday, he'll call and be like, I had such a great time with you, I just want to, you know, take you out again. So then Friday they'll go on a date, and then we'll just say that they'll go, I don't know, canoeing or doing some kind of activity, and then they'll do something else. And then Friday night he'll be like, I just really enjoy spending time with you, you know, you should come back to my place. And the man was saying that this works on every woman. He said this has worked on every woman that he's dated. He was saying because women always think about like 3 dates. I gotta go on 3 dates with this guy before we do anything or whatever. And so he was saying by stacking a whole bunch of dates in a very short amount of time guarantees him that he's gonna be able to sleep with the woman sooner than later. Well, this guy did this, and then he will ghost the women after that. And it's like, oh my God, like that's crazy. And so that's why I be feeling like I would be too afraid to like be too available with my time. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, I wouldn't really care about a guy that's like calling on Wednesday, let's go here, Thursday, let's go here. First of all, I may not have the time to do all of that, but even if I did, one thing that I don't have to worry about is ending up in bed with the dude by Friday. You know what I'm saying? But that just comes with wisdom. and knowing, you know, just kind of knowing yourself and knowing how you move. That might work on the young girls. So young girls, y'all take notes, sis. But that doesn't necessarily work on grown, like, okay, I don't want to say grown women, but I'm going to say that does not work on women of a particular age, honey, or women that's just been through a whole lot of shit. It doesn't work on us because it's like we already know what time it is. And then also, like, for the most part, I try to put myself in a position where nobody is going to be able to create an experience for me that I cannot create for myself, which is why I just be like, do solo dates, do this by yourself, go here, go there. That way somebody comes along and they can't be like, well, shit, I done took you to, I don't know, Vic and Anthony's and to this other wine bar. Okay, that's cool, but you came along, but I had already done that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And then even if you do, because it is likely that you will meet someone who can create these beautiful experiences for you, you know, fly you to New York just to eat lunch. You know, yeah, and you might be in a position to do that for yourself. But even if I were to meet a guy who was able to fly me to New York and eat lunch, that's awesome. But I don't have any intentions on rewarding you with my body. Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just thought that was really, really interesting, that her friend is, you know, engaged after just a month. And that's, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But anyway, y'all weigh in. So anyway, girls, I don't know what this vlog is giving. I'm just very proud of myself that I was able to, you know, get everything done. I wanted to have the vlog out on Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out on Sunday because, you know, the whole editing process. But if I can't get it out on Sunday, this vlog will be out on Monday. And so I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I just want to say I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Y'all be hanging in there with me. You guys are so patient, and I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, but I'm not gonna drag this thing out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
I gotta find peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible.